Here you go! Shinku Hadouken!
X-Men vs. Street Fighter!
Hey, what's up everyone? For this retro review in gaming, we're going over X-Men vs Street Fighter. This will be the first of Capcom and Marvel to have both franchises in the roster. I'm not counting X-Men Children of the Atom because Akuma is a secret character. Plus the title gives away it's a crossover fighting game. Anyways, this will be considered a follow-up to X-Men Children of the Atom and Marvel Superhero. And where do I start with this game? Let's start with the gameplay. This game plays like Street Fighter and X-Men Children of the Atom. It's a 2D fighting game using the Q sound along with the CPS2 arcade board. The new addition will be the use of tag battle. You can switch characters during the fight to assist in the battle. There's also a manual and automatic mode when you select your characters. Performing air combos are very easy to play. As the title suggests, it has characters from the Street Fighter and X-Men universe. The home console versions are available for the PlayStation and the Japanese Sega Saturns. I'm going over the PlayStation port. Remember when I mentioned there's a tag battle feature? Well, it's not in the PlayStation port due to the memory limitations. I just want to get that out the way. The good thing about this version is that you get a lot of modes. I should also mention that the PlayStation cover will be one of the first next to Marvel Superheroes to have the Fighter's Edge edition cover. It's mainly a white template with the text Fighter's Edge all over, with a small picture on the cover. As far as presentation goes, Capcom did a great job using the sprites from X-Men Children of the Atoms and the Street Fighter Alpha 2 games. I should also mention that the X-Men characters were based off the Jim Lee X-Men comics during the 90s. One more thing to mention about the presentation. The Wing Cool art looks like the same style from Street Fighter Alpha 3. I mean, it is designed by Bengus, so there's no surprise, but I thought I'd mention it anyways. The music is a step in the right direction, it gets you pumped for the fight. The Street Fighter characters will have the reprised version of their themes. Cammy's theme isn't her traditional theme, but her Alpha theme. All the X-Men characters will have brand new music. Each character has two colors when you select them. The animation of the sprites look great. There's so much life to them. I should also mention that the hyper combos tend to exaggerate a little. For example, Ryu uses giant Hadoukens. There are some hidden abilities for some characters. For example, both Wolverine and Sabretooth have healing factors. And Juggernaut has his super armor. There's probably more, but I just want to go over a few. Chun-Li could also rock her Alpha and traditional costumes. However, her Kyoken performance is different. I believe her Alpha version you could charge back forward punch. However, Classic Chung is half circle punch. There's cinematic fighting when you perform a hyper combo when your meter is full. It looks great, you see a close-up art of the character performing the hyper combo. Just like X-Men Children of the Atom, the background is beautiful. So much stuff is going on while you're fighting. The game art design is by Bengus, as I mentioned earlier. He's a recurring artist from Capcom. So anyways, let's break down the characters. We got, for the X-Men side, Cyclops, Gambit, Juggernaut, Magneto, Rogue, Sabretooth, Storm, and Wolverine. The Street Fighter characters are Cammy, Charlie Nash, Chun-Li, Dawson, Ken, the Dictator Bison, Ryu, and Zangief. Akuma once again will be a secret character. There are some exclusive X-Men characters, which is Gambit, Rogue, Sabretooth, and Apocalypse. The stages in game will be the Cataract, which is a jungle setting with a waterfall in the back. There's Code Red. This will be the top of the Black Bird. It takes place in the underground hangar. After a while, the Black Bird will begin to move and going through different sections. Dead or Alive the show. This is basically a live TV show being broadcast. There's 4 TVs in the back with a text that say Moonlight Bomber. You can also see a cameraman recording along with the crew spectating the fight. Death Valley. This stage looks like a cave in a way, however you can see the sky, which looks like it takes place at night. You can also see Blanca in the back. On the hilltop, there's not much to say about this stage. Just a giant tree, you can see some animals running around. Mall Mayhem. This stage takes place in the mall with an escalator. There's a bunny mascot in the back. along with some vendor listening to some music at a hot dog stand. I'm guessing the place takes place in New York since there's a text that says New York. The rest of the people in the background are mainly kids and some teens. Manhattan. This takes place in the city at night with a bunch of cop cars. You will see a bunch of police barricades, and behind it you will see cops and police dogs. The very best part of this stage will be having the floors collapse. The fighters will then fight in the sewers. Showdown in the park. This will be near a lake, and I'm guessing it's going to be Central Park. Other than that, there's just trees and the bridge in the back, that's all. The Temple of Fists. This stage looks like it takes place in Thailand, not really sure. It reminds me of the old Sagat stage from Street Fighter. It features a giant Buddha statue on the back, and it has some animals in the area. Raging Inferno. This stage takes place at an oil plant factory. There's many pipes and containment units. You could also blow up the factory, hence the name of the title, Raging Inferno. And Apocalypse Now. This stage is located inside Apocalypse spaceship. There's also some cameos. You could see certain characters trapped in the capsule like Dan and Psylocke. Others are trapped like Forge, Beast, and Blanca. As far as plot, there really isn't much. It's just the X-Men and Street Fighter characters teaming up to take on Bison and Magneto. After they're defeated, the main threat is Apocalypse, and he is here. He will have an intimidating appearance where he will take up nearly the whole screen. After you take on Apocalypse, you will go ahead against your partner for a final showdown. It's pretty messed up that you have to take on your partner, but I guess it's there to extend playability. This game also lets you move your character after your victory, and either you could attack your opponent, taunt, or teabag. Each character will have their own ending. They usually involve interacting with someone from the opposite universe. For example, Cammy's ending will interact with Psylocke, even though it's not canon. I like to imagine the reason why Cammy went rogue against Bison and Shadaloo was because of Psylocke and the X-Men. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this blast from the past. The next game I'll be going over will be Marvel Super Hero, which I skipped. I just really wanted to go over this game since I went over X-Men Children of the Atom. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like. Comment on your thoughts and your experience on this game, whether it's the PlayStation, Japanese Sega Saturn, or the arcade. And make sure to subscribe. All this stuff really helps out the channel, especially during the YouTube ad-friendly crisis. Anyways, I'm now a Twitch affiliate, so feel free to check out my Twitch. I stream games like this on my Twitch. Anyways, I am out. Peace.